Okay, I'm going to call this meeting to order. Thank you everyone for coming tonight.
In keeping with the conflict of interest laws outlined in Chapter 138A of the North Carolina Board of Ethics, any conflicts of interest or appearances of conflict with matters coming before the Board of Commissioners should be declared.
Go ahead and sign it. Hey, how you doing? First thing on that, the approval of the November 14th regular meeting minutes. All the commission had a chance to look at it. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Yes. Next thing on the agenda tonight, approval of the agenda. All the commission had a chance to look at it. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? We're now at the public forum. Bryce, anybody sign? Either. Okay. Non-agenda items either. Right now we have a presentation of outgoing commissioners. As y'all know, we had an election this year, and two of our commissioners are leaving and two new ones are coming in. I'm going to turn the floor over to Tim. And anything you want to say?
Yeah, I've always got something to say, it seems like. First of all, I'd like to first of all, thank the citizens of Cantor for allowing me to serve for the past 12 years. It's been an honor and a privilege because it's the citizens that make up this town. If they didn't have citizens, you ain't got a town. So I want to especially thank them for their support for the past 12 years. I also thank my family because there's a lot of sacrifices, and the new board members will find out, and the board members know now there's a lot of sacrifices as far as time and energy put into being on the board, and I appreciate their support they've given me. I also want to thank them for allowing me to serve because, like I said, I was away from them for a lot of time, different times. I want to thank all the former and current employees for the town. I've said this probably, I don't know how many times at board meetings, but the employees are the backbone of this town. They do the day-to-day operations. They're the ones that keep the town going. It's not the board members, but it's the employees that do the day-to-day operations that keep the town moving forward. I'd like to thank all the past board members and current members, mayors that I've served with. I appreciate them. And I've always said this to all elected officials, and this goes from local board members all the way up to the President of the United States, is once you're elected, you have to represent each and every one. Not the ones that voted for you, supported you, but you are a representative of everyone that is a resident of this town, just like the President represents every citizen of the United States. With that said, again, I want to appreciate everybody that supported me for the last 12 years and allowed me to serve.
At this time, I want to give Commissioner Tina Smith appreciation of your years of service as Commissioner for the town of Cantor from 1999 to 2011.
Appreciate it, Richard.
Commissioner Thomas is not here tonight. We'll go ahead and start.
Left hand on the Bible. Raise your right hand, repeat after me. I, Wayne Holyfield,
Wayne Holyfield,
do solemnly and sincerely swear
do solemnly and sincerely swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to the state of North Carolina
to the state of North Carolina,
and to the constitutional powers and authorities
to the constitutional powers and authorities
which are or may be established
which are and which may be established
for government thereof,
for government thereof,
and that I will endeavor to support,
and that I will endeavor to support,
maintain, and defend the Constitution of said state,
maintain,
and defend
and defend
the Constitution of said state,
the Constitution of said state,
not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States,
not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States,
to the best of my knowledge and ability,
to the best of my knowledge and ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
I, Wayne Holyfield,
I, Wayne Holyfield,
do solemnly and sincerely swear
do solemnly and sincerely swear
that I will well and truly
that I will well and truly
execute the duties of the office of Commissioner
execute the duties of the office of Commissioner
according to the best of my skill
according to the best of my skill
and ability,
and ability,
according to law,
according to law,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Mr. Martin? Okay, that's right. I, Rob Martin,
I, Rob Martin,
do solemnly and sincerely swear
do solemnly and sincerely swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance
to the state of North Carolina
to the state of North Carolina
and to the constitutional powers and authorities
and to the constitutional powers and authorities
which are or may be established
which are or may be established
for government thereof,
for government thereof,
and that I will endeavor to support,
and that I will endeavor to support,
maintain, and defend
maintain, and defend
the Constitution of said state,
the Constitution of said state,
not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States,
not inconsistent with the Constitution of the United States,
to the best of my knowledge and ability,
to the best of my knowledge and abilities,
so help me God.
so help me God.
I, Rob Martin,
I, Rob Martin,
do solemnly and sincerely swear
do solemnly and sincerely swear
that I will well and truly
that I will
well and truly
execute the duties
of the office of Commissioner
of the office of Commissioner
according to the best of my skill and ability,
according to the skill and the best of my ability,
according to the law,
according to the law,
so help me God.
so help me God.
I need a motion, we're gonna take about a 10-minute recess. That's all right with the board, get everybody situated. That'll be fine. Need a motion? We got a 10-minute recess. Second.
Second.
Any discussion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll be back about 10 minutes, thank y'all. Commissioners are sworn in. I am now going over to Commissioner duties. Commissioner Booker has been a commissioner for how many years, if you won't mind me asking? Since '85. He will stay with the Mayor Pro Tem. He done a good job on the streets before. I'm putting him back on the streets. Commissioner Philip Hearn, Fire Department Parks, which has done a great job for our fire department and parks. Commissioner Tim Privet will be over the water, sewer, and sanitation. Commissioner Wayne Holyfield will be the police commissioner. Commissioner Rob Martin will be over the farmers market administration. The next thing on the agenda is the new commissioner's got the agenda. Approval of the 2012 holiday schedule. All the commissioners had a chance to look over the holiday schedule. You kind of look over it. Any question about the holiday schedule? Yeah, need a motion. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The next thing on the agenda is approval for the 2012 town meeting schedule. All commissioners have a chance. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, the next thing on the agenda is the holiday pay for the employees. Any commissioners,
Mayor, before I got here, the board in their budget retreats discussed this apparently, and it was at that discussion the board said to put it on the agenda at the December meeting, so that's why it's on the agenda.
the commissioners, Nathan?
We put it on the agenda in July because we're going to go back over it at December meeting if all the budgets was under and everything was going fine. We said we'd address it then to give them bonuses and we've been at it at Christmas every year. I believe last year it was, how much department heads, 300
For department heads and 200 for regular.
200 for regular employees.
300 and 200.
I talked to Tammy and everything is, everybody's budget's under and everything's under budget and doing fine, so.
In general fund, we're 9% under budget at this time, and on water sewer, we're 10% below budget at this time.
I'd make a motion to do that, $300 for department head and $200 for employees.
This is just a one-time deal. It's not in addition to the annual salaries, right?
No, this is bonus at Christmas. And we usually do it at Christmas every year, but we usually set it up in July when we do our budget. And as Todd said, we'll talk about it when it comes up in Christmas. If those things going all right in the budgets, everybody's under budget, nothing big is happening.
Got a second from Philip. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the next thing on the agenda is the Greenway Park.
As you know, we've been working on the Greenway Park over here at the, for the last, I guess 6-8 months. And Bryce and I have sort of measured out and semi-laid out, not final layout, a route for the Greenway in the park. We have got it to where it's going to be pretty darn close to about 1/5 of a mile, so that if somebody decided to walk it, they could walk it 5 times and get them a mile. And that was as close as we could get it, and that kind of thing. We got a grant of $4,000 from the Healthy Kids.
Community.
And we budgeted some $4,000 to $6,000 in a recreation department. Bryce has done some preliminary numbers and actually got a quote. We think we're within a couple $1,000s of being able to have the money to do it. My suggestion is that we go ahead and approve this. We have enough money in our fund balances and under budget and in our PAL bill reserves anyway for the little additional amount of money would be probably anywhere from $2,500 to $3,000 maybe, or, we'll bring it back when we get it, obviously, but the next step would be for the board to authorize us to at least go out and get informal bids and bring that back to the board, possibly, hopefully at the January, no later than February, but probably at the January meeting. And then if they're within where we think they are, have a budget amendment, so that we can do this with the grant money and that kind of thing. So I guess really what we're asking for is this a project the board wants to continue on with? If not, we need to probably turn the grant money back over or whatever, but I think this has been discussed for a long time. It'll be a really nice improvement to the park. It'll be something that we can be proud of and something that the citizens and kids and senior citizens and everybody can enjoy. What we're looking at is probably an asphalt paved walkway, so it should be pretty smooth for everybody to be able to use it. It'll be, relatively level with the lay of the ground, so that folks that might have a challenge with elevations wouldn't have much of that. It will incorporate both of the bridges that we have there already currently. We'll try to tie them in on both sides so that, again, that loop will work around that park. But anyway, I guess what I'm asking is the board's permission for Bryce and I to go ahead and get informal bids and bring it back to you. If you ask us to do that, we'll do that, and hopefully they'll be within the realm of what I'm talking about, and we'll have a plan to do a budget amendment to be able to do that, which would be a small budget amendment. If you say not to do it, then we just need to notify the healthy kids and turn the money back over and say we're not going to do it. So that's kind of where we are now.
And this is, the walking trail, I believe, is, we was talking about, Phil, it's about 6 foot wide.
Yeah, we hope 6 to 8, but that's going to be dependent on price. We'll probably get it both ways, and a lot of that will depend on price. And then we'll be able to bring that back to the board, for you all to look at and say grace over that, where you think we should be. And I encourage any of the board members that are, at some point, I'll make an arrangement to sort of show them kind of where we're looking at and how that would fit in over there. And it's not written in stone right now, but any suggestions that anybody have would be a good thing for us, for us to learn and maybe get this thing right. But I think it'll be really a nice addition for the town.
Phil? Got a motion from Commissioner Pruitt.
How many bids you gonna get?
Well, we're going to informally, we're going to try to get whatever we think we can get.
Maybe 3 bids or?
Well, under an informal bidding arrangement, we don't have to have a certain number. We can go with one, but typically you try to get as many as you can because you want it to be as competitive as you can. And anybody that has any help with that or knows anybody that can do that kind of work, we'll be tickled to death, if they think they can do us a good job, meet the specs, and do it. But to answer your question, this is under the informal, not the formal bidding process. There's 2 separate statutes on that. We're not required to do advertisement and take sealed bids and things like that. We can do this, but we really need to do a good job of making this fair and equal for everybody to get the best price we
Well,
can.
I agree with you on that, just make it fair. Okay, what we're gonna do all them 3 bids?
Well, we're going to have to deal with those as we go through. Part of the deal will be for us to cut and work through those and around those. The route I looked at, we will have maybe 1 or 2 areas. I think we're going to be able to work around that and stay far enough away from that. But that's an issue we need to look at because we don't obviously want to put something in that 2 years from now it'll be buckling up or something like that. That wouldn't, so. And Bryce, we'll have to, we're going to deal with that as part of the prep work, and part of this price includes some of that prep work as well.
Yeah, the guy that I talked to, who does our paving, had done it the last couple of years, Laughlin Paving. He had brought that up about the roofs, about cutting them out and what we would have to do to get them, if we chop them off outside of the rim or something, to help save asphalt. What he was talking about was like the grading and like 4 inches of rock and then 2 inches of asphalt on top of it. So he just gave us just a kind of a preliminary thing.
But that's a good point, Tim. That's something we do need, because you don't want to be going back again, and saying, gee, we wish we had.
Yeah, they'll tear them up everywhere, just like our roads now.
Right, yeah. That's why I'm saying, just be sure we're gonna do it,
Right.
it costs us a little bit more, to see if we can eliminate the problem, that way we got a good walking trail.
Right.
It's safe for everybody.
And like I said, that's the other thing too, is it would be preferable to be able to do, and I don't know that we can in all cases, an 8 foot wide, because that allows, both-way traffic in case kids, on bikes and things like that. So, again, we'll come back with those options, and Bryce has done a really good job on this, and like I said, I've been out there with the wheel and kind of, done it and all that, and be tickled to death for any of the commissioners or town folks that want to kind of look at that or have any suggestions. But right now, we need to kind of tie down those prices and bring them back to y'all, and then y'all can say yes or no based on what we get. There's no commitment other than to go for prices tonight.
So if we move forward this in January, it'll be done, all depends how the weather is.
Bryce, what do you think? I'm thinking sometime, hopefully March.
Yeah, it'd probably be spring when it gets to paving, because that certain temperature, they're not gonna want to do it, if it's not gonna hold up and everything.
Typically, Bryce, isn't the rule of thumb 45 degrees and rising? I mean,
Yeah.
isn't that the old standard?
The ones that we've had on the streets, they, you know, 60 degrees, what they want to, constant, you know. It can go lower than that, but I mean, you know, that's just, you get better weather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and of course, you don't want to be doing it when it's raining and that kind of stuff.
Right.
So we have to watch weather, but our goal is, you know, at least if we get it locked in, we'll know that it'll happen.
It
like
should
Bryce
take us
said.
a couple of weeks. I would think.
Yeah, it wouldn't take very long once they
Once
get
you
in.
start.
Yeah.
And also, we'll get this, hopefully get this done, another grant, maybe put some lights in, we was talking about.
Yes, and we're looking into that, and we're gonna be working on trying to find, and maybe even some things like we talked about, putting in some exercise stations, maybe a bench or two, so that maybe like if a grandparent want to take a kid out there and let them ride around on it, or walk around on it, or jog, or roller skate, or whatever, they could sit and, you know, we're hoping to do a good job with this, and have something that y'all we can be really proud of here in the town.
Motion for it.
I'll make a motion.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Any opposed?
And again, that's just for approval to go get solicit bids, it's not any final thing, we'll have that when it comes back, because it may be that it's, we may have to punt. I don't think we will based on what we had, but I'm just hopeful.
And since Ms. Thomas is not here tonight, she has come to me, we have discussed this, she would still be in charge of the Christmas tree lighting in Canton. She loves working with the kids, and she says she would be glad to do it. She wants to stay involved with the community, and I think that's great. I think Tim told me he wanted to be involved with the community, anything he can do, which is great. These people live in Canton also, anything they can do to help us, I'm looking forward to working with them, and I appreciate Ms. Thomas to coming to help us with the Christmas tree lighting. We had a big crowd this year. We gave up 300-some stockings away for the kids, which was great. And the music was good, so I hope you didn't get to come, maybe you can come next year, and I appreciate them volunteering for that. Right now, I'm going to go around the board. Lake?
Bob? I'd just like to thank all the citizens of Canada for voting for me. I appreciate the support and prayers, and hope to do the best job I can following Mr. Smith, Ms. Thomas's footsteps, continue progress for Canada.
I want to be put in the minutes that the mayor gives jobs out to the board. Commissioner Hockfield coming in and getting the police department commissioner is tough because they have a working relationship, highway patrol and the county police department. I feel like that could be a conflict of interest there, and I want to make sure it's in the minutes that I feel that way. And you, apparently you don't, because you put them there. Other than that, I want to thank all town employees for everything they've done this year, all the staff. I want to thank the outgoing commissioners for all they've done. I welcome these guys on, looking forward to working with everybody. And I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
I thank each one coming out tonight, appreciate you coming. Bryce, I'll get with you probably about Wednesday or Thursday, we can sit down, kind of give me an idea of what I need to do, what schedule, whatever, how everybody works. And we'll go with that, that's all right with you. Sure. And Tammy, I think I talked to you about my little check or whatever. I think the lights on the Christmas tree looks good. And it's all right, Bryce, maybe we can do that in one block, like you donate my money, that one block. Is that all right, just make them block the same color lights, like,
Everything out there.
right side, make that one same color. I think that would be.
Y'all get a good, what we can with that.
Okay.
Yeah, they're kind of high, so.
You might get too bushy.
Yeah, we'll get them what we can. But
All right, okay, appreciate it.
just get back with Commissioner Hearn about what he said, and this commissioner duties can be changed anytime. So I want the people to realize that, you know, we're gonna have to work together in this community, and if things don't work out, I'll change it. I changed it last year, and I'll change it again. So we just leave it like that. Tim, what you done? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good.
I'd like to thank everybody for voting for me. I'm excited about doing it. I got to meet a lot of good people when I was out in politics in town. And I think the town's got some people in this town that can bring some good ideas to this town. That's why I'm trying to get out and talk to people. If they want to bring some of their ideas to town, that's why I'm here. I gave my number out, card out. And I'm excited about doing it. I'd like to make a motion that we go into executive session with the personnel. I have something I'd like to say before.
I'm going to do that. It wasn't, the agenda wasn't on, it wasn't on the agenda, it not changed when we set the agenda a while ago. I don't think it's supposed to be, it should be going into executive session.
That's a legal question, and I'm not qualified to answer.
Well, we got more people want to speak.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him speak.
You see, you can make a change to the commissioner over the department. At this time, I'd like to make a request for you to take into consideration to remove Commissioner Holyfield from the police department due to the fact that the conflict of interest. He and Mr. Martin both were backed by people who have an active lawsuit against one of the police officers. I think that's unfair to us and unfair to the citizens of this town as well. Not to mention, before he ever got to be a commissioner, he tried to intervene in one of our cases and wasn't even there.
Anything else? Request is denied, it stays like it is.
Why is that?
You don't have to give a reason.
Why is that?
You don't have to give a reason.
I think me and my guys deserve a reason.
He's gonna be the police commissioner.
And I'll continue to answer the lady the same way as I do now and feel it need be.
That's what you feel.
No, that's the way it's gonna be.
No,
Mr. Mayor,
it's not gonna be like that.
Yes, sir, it is.
No, it's not.
Because we're not gonna stand here and let somebody put their thumb on us and control us.
This is not the time or place right now.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Holyfield, you still would be the police commissioner. If you don't work with him, that's your choice.
I'll continue working with
I second the motion, we go into executive session.
Need a vote on this one?
Yeah. That would be.
Need a vote on this? All in favor, want to close session, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, thank y'all for coming.
Pursuant to the closed session, just to give everybody an idea of how this works, is the board will go into the closed session, discuss whatever they're going to discuss based under what's allowed under statute, but they will come back into open session because they have to come back into open session to either adjourn the meeting or take any action if they're going to take any action. So just for everybody's sake, you can either stay, go, or whatever. But I'm just, from a legal standpoint, that's the way that works.
Thank y'all for coming.
You know how
Okay, we're back in open session. Any board members got anything to discussion about? Commissioner Holyfield.
I'm glad to make about several motions, or 3 motions. And before I make any motions, I'm gonna ask Robert Long to make sure you keep order here. My first motion is gonna be, I make a motion to terminate the following personnel. Chief Randy White, Sergeant James Pierce, Officer Grantlin Jackson, and Officer Jeremy Blake be made effective immediately.
Deal with that. Deal with that before we go on. So that's a motion, we need a second.
Need a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I got plenty. I strongly oppose this. Haven't been given a reason why. We're going to police, 4 police officers tonight. Our town attorney has not been consulted, which opens the door for anything. So I want to make sure it's on the record that I strongly oppose this. Don't feel like it's right. Haven't seen any warnings against any officers. And like I said, haven't been convinced of the reason why. And I'm sure these officers tonight are going to be one of the why. I've always had a good working relationship with all the police officers. And as I stated earlier, you know, I think it's a conflict of interest to have Trip Hollyfield under the town police department as indirect limits. And I want to make sure it's on the record that I don't agree with this. I think the town deserves better than this. I live in town. I want 24 hours a day service. Don't want to have to be in no sheriff's department. Not that they don't do a good job, but I just totally disagree with this meeting.
I'd like to go on record of opposing it. I don't have any reasons why. There's no reason being given other than I'm gonna get rid of them because it's my prerogative. They, nothing in their files where it's been said. You're opening yourself up to all kind of stuff, lawsuits or whatever, when the attorney has not even been informed of it, knows nothing about it, and just take it on yourself to do it. And I want to be on the record to know that I'm against it, and don't want my name in it in whatever way, no way.
I am also totally against this. I believe in doing things the right way, always have. And at this time, I don't feel that's the right way. But the board has spoke, and that's the way we have to go with it. I want to put that on the record too.
Get a motion in a second? We don't have a second, we need a second to motion.
Second.
Now you need a motion.
We need to vote on the termination of these 4 officers tonight. And when you vote,
I got a question. Can I ask a question?
you know,
We're gonna have
when these commissioners vote, they will tell the town clerk what their name is and how they vote. Tim?
Yes.
Philip?
Absolutely not.
Holyfield, yes.
Rod Martin, yes.
Clayton Booker, absolutely not.
Motion passes.
Motion passes to terminate these 4 officers tonight.
Well, are there any further business?
Yeah. Second motion. I'll make a motion to make Officer Edward Bagwell as the interim police chief of the county, effective immediately with the assistance of the Montgomery County Sheriff's Department.
And we said at the current salary, I believe, is the record. Is that correct? That's correct. You get that?
Mr. Bagwell, would you be interested in doing that, sir?
Yes, for the town.
Thank you, sir. Need a motion and-
Well, no, you just need to vote on that matter. No, well, that's a third. Right now, you need to vote on this. You made a motion to appoint Edward Bagwell as chief of police, and
Okay, need a motion for that, need a second? Is that your motion, is that correct? Need a second on this?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Excuse me, what'd you say? In favor of it? Aye.
Did you get to who was in favor?
I'm assuming that was a 3-2 vote. I didn't hear.
I need to hear.
Okay, Tim, again,
You approve it, yes.
Philip,
Yes. Under the circumstances.
Wayne Oldfield, yes.
Roy Martin, yes.
Blake,
I guess on the circumstances.
any other motion for that?
Yeah, third.
The third motion I'm making tonight, make a motion that all equipment and accessories be accounted for by the Montgomery County Sheriff's Department, assisting them, Major Robert Lawn, Sergeant Eric Morgan, and me.
We also need a vote on that, so we need a second.
And that's a motion to turn in all the equipment tonight. Second.
All of it? You must come to the house. As long as you turn in the uniform and stuff tomorrow, I'll come up.
Tim,
You approve it, yes.
No. I agree with the first place, somebody else.
So that's a no.
Wayne Oldfield, yes.
Roy Martin, yes.
Look for a motion.
is there any further business from the board?
I'd like to make a motion, the board hire Mr. Eric Jackson as county police officer. He has all the certifications. Make a motion he be hired immediately at salary of current police officers.
All of these police officers are at different salary levels?
Huh?
All of these police officers are at different salary levels? Would that
We
be
have
an
a
entry
different-
officer? Would that be an entry officer? Well,
You have any other procedure?
Well, I don't know exactly the procedure, but I do know there are background checks and testing that has to be done before they're done. So I have to have all that.
For all the certifications.
Right, and then he'll be hired.
You can start after that.
Right, and then he'll be hired at that time.
So I'm assuming these hirings are contingent upon them having the proper certification.
Correct.
Correct.
That's your motion, is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Need a second on this?
Has he applied?
No.
We haven't had an ordinance.
I don't have any paperwork on anything.
Has he openings, and he hasn't applied, but we're making a motion to hire him. I don't have anything else.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Tim,
Can I say no? You approve it, yes.
So far, no.
Wayne Oldfield, yes.
Roy Martin, yes.
Look for a motion.
anything further from the board? Motion for adjournment. Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you.
Back up on 124 hours.